Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unlock the Life You Love. Today we're going to focus on self-care. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is a necessity. Self-care will help you have better coping skills, will help you prioritize things better in your life. Self-care will help you set better boundaries so that you can protect your daily energy and your zest and joy for life. Self-care is not a have to. Self-care is not something you have to do. It's not something you have to make an appointment for and have to go to a place or even spend money to do. Self-care really can just be an extension of your day. There are so many little things that we can do throughout a day to really protect our own state in this world. I want you to think about self-care different than self-improvement. So self-improvement is about working hard and being dedicated and being focused to change something. And once you have fixed all those deficiencies, then you're worthy of self-care. No. Self-care is about today. Today is really the only thing we're guaranteed, right? It's about today, taking care of yourself today so that you can give from an abundant, overflowing cup. Because if your cup is empty, then you have nothing left to share. And when we try to give, work, think, make decisions from an empty cup, those decisions will be made in a very different way. So there's 4 areas of self-care to really think about. First of all, physical care. Now this isn't just about going to get a mani-pedi, although if that's something that makes you happy, I think it's a beautiful way to spend some time getting out of the house. You can relax, you feel pampered, you feel special. I love it. I hope that you do that in life if that's something that you would really enjoy. But I want you to think about daily physical care. Move your body, but not because you want to change your body. Move your body because it's good for your body. It's good for your heart. It's good for your joints. It's good for your emotional and mental state. So it doesn't have to be this big thing. Maybe you just walk up and down the stairs a few times. Maybe you grab a hula hoop and do a couple minutes of hula hooping. Like just something that gets you up and active, especially if you're somebody that's always sitting at a desk. The next one is your emotional state. Now your emotional physical care can be something so simple as, have you ever felt just really heavy in life? If you try to make decisions from that tense, heavy, busy, full place, the decisions are going to be very different than if you just take a step back, just for a second, take a couple of deep breaths. Try it right now. How much more calm do you feel? How much more rational do you think you will be making decisions when you are coming at those decisions from a calm, clear place? So breathe. Or maybe emotional self-care is as big as you learning to say no, to set boundaries. This might take time and it's baby steps, but it's important to know that you don't have to say yes to everything just because somebody asked it of you. Does it serve your life? Does it serve your goals? Does it serve your family? Does it serve your future? Is it going to add value to your life in some way? It's important to understand that it's okay to set boundaries. When you learn to set boundaries, you teach other people that it's okay for them to set boundaries as well. So now your mental self-care. Mental self-care can come in so many different forms. It could be podcasts. It could be reading. It could be music. It could be poetry. It could be taking care of your body and eating right. Having good sleep habits. Having a healthy sleep routine makes an incredible difference in your life. Maybe it is just going for a walk. And the fourth one is spiritual care. So spiritual self-care really comes from your own core beliefs and ethics and values and cultures and traditions. So you got to dig deep and figure out, what does spiritual care mean to you? There's lots of different ways that you can practice this throughout your day. You can pray, you can have silence, you could do journaling, gratitude, maybe yoga, maybe going for a walk outside. There's lots of different ways that you can take care of yourself in that way as well. So self-care doesn't have to be this big aggressive thing in your life. It really could be a beautiful daily practice that will add to your life and to your energy so that you can, be more and give more and do more from a really healthy place. So I'm going to quickly share a story. I have 4 children, and when our 4th child was born, we decided that I would close my business because it made more sense for me to stay home. That was a very big decision for me. It was very overwhelming to be home 24/7 with teenagers and babies. After that year, I was very depleted. I actually feel like I changed who I was. I wasn't giving myself the self-care I needed because I always just felt tired, like I had to do everything. There is this sense of, in women especially, where we're not taught that you're not supposed to take care of yourself, not at all, but we do feel like work, home, and kids come first. And when everything else is settled and clean and fine, then it's time for me. But then you're depleted and exhausted and you don't have the energy to give to yourself. So how do you wake up the next morning and have energy for everybody else? So we started a new routine. On Sunday nights at 8:30, no matter what was going on in that home, I took 30 minutes to myself, a detox bath, a tea. I would read or listen to music or journal or gratitude or whatever felt good in that moment. It was a hard habit. There were some Sundays where teenagers were fighting and babies were crying and my husband was like pulling his hair out. And I was like, we decided I need this 30 minutes so you guys can have me for the rest of the hours in this week. And it did become a habit, and it was a game changer in my home. I was able to help my family with so much more love and clarity and patience because I took that time for myself. But do you want to know what's really cool? Now, a decade later, I see both of my girls knowing that self-care is good. I see them taking those same actions that I took back then. They're always watching, and we teach them. So if we expect our children or our loved ones to take care of themselves, we expect that of them. Why don't we expect that from ourselves first? It's actually crucial. It's selfish to not have self-care. So I would love to hear from you. What little things can you do right now, today, to start creating some of these habits? Don't try to change everything. Don't try to do everything all at once. That's a recipe for a disaster. But start with a couple of little things. Let little things be habits in your day and then add on another one. So maybe you're just going to start with a couple of deep breaths in the morning and a little bit of gratitude before you go to sleep. Those 2 things alone will help you have more energy in your day. And then maybe you'll add in some more mental self-care or physical self-care or whatever it is that you need in your life. Let these tips, let these new habits really foster some beautiful care for yourself, for your energy, for your life, so that you can truly unlock a life you love.